Good morning, boys and girls. Y'all don't sound like y'all up. Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning!
So I'm going to introduce her a little later, but this morning we have someone almost as beautiful as me. Okay? So listen up. This is Reverend Willish. Okay?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Everyone is causing me to miss my children at this juncture. I have 3 little ones. My eldest is 9. I have a little boy that is 5 years old. How old are you? I figured you were 5, because you were just about the same size as my little Uriel. And then I have a 3-year-old, bouncing 3-year-old, quite energetic and the like. Now, since I've been here with you all in Maryland, there have been some things that I've discovered. I've heard that you all have had some rain recently. Yes? Last night? Last night you had some rain? How many of you enjoy when you have the rain? Sometimes?
I like getting wet.
You like getting wet?
I like going.
What are the things that you do not like about the rain when it rains?
I don't get to play outside.
You don't get to play outside.
I don't get to play in a sprinkler on hot days.
Okay.
Like the water is a sprinkler and I don't get to go and play.
Okay.
It makes it's loud.
It's loud sometimes. Sometimes when it rains, it can get pretty loud. And do you hear what kinds of sounds do you hear when it rains and it gets loud? Sometimes yes, some trumpeting comes on the rooftop. You hear some thunder. You hear some wind on the outside. Woo. Sometimes going through a rainstorm can be pretty scary. Isn't that true? Any of you ever jumped into your parents' bed because it was raining and thundering outside and it was so loud? You jumped into your sister's bed. But would you believe that that is the position that Jesus and his disciples found themselves in?
No.
The disciples were in a boat, and there was a storm that took place. And the boat was beginning to be battered left, right, and center, and they became very frightened. And like I said to you, I have 3 little children, and anytime it begins to rain and the thunder and the lightning, and their father encourages it. Everyone is in the bed. So 5 of us are in one bed together. But guess what happens? The minute they jump into the bed, regardless of the fact that it's raining on the outside, and it's still thundering and lightning, and they can hear the noise and the wind and the howling, because they are there in the bed with us, and they can feel their father's arms around them, and they can feel their mother's warmth surrounding them. You know what happens to them? Tell me what happens to you. Yeah, my sweetie said, they fall asleep. Samantha. She says they fall asleep. They become quiet, and they find that place of peace, and they're able to suddenly fall asleep. That is what it is to be in the Father's arms. That is what happens when we come to Jesus. Regardless of what may be taking place round about us, how it may be difficult and it may be sounding very angry around about us, and there may be chaos and all kinds of things that may cause us to be afraid. When we come to Jesus, he gives us peace in the midst of the storm, because his loving arms are there to shoulder us. He lets us know that, guess what? You're okay. You have these strong fatherly arms that are there, nurturing you, nestling you, and letting you know that you are safe. How many of you know that song that says, will your anchor hold in the storms of life? Any of you know that? We have an anchor that keeps the soul. I bet your parents know it, even if you don't know it. And that's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful hymn. Father Cronliff and I were out one day with some young people, and they came about. We were moving from Exuma, and we were going to Long Island. And there was a little thunderstorm that happened, and many of the young people were there, and they were just unnerved. And then we had one young man in the midst of it all, and he began to sing that song, "Will Your Anchor Hold in the Storms of Life?" And then they were finished. They were all able to sing, "With Christ in the vessel," and I want you to say this after me. Could you all say this after me? "With Christ in the vessel, we can smile at the storm." Who has a pretty smile? I don't want you to say that. I want you to show me your pretty smile. Come, show me the smile. Show me the smile. With Christ in the vessel, with Christ in here, we can smile at whatever we may be going through, whatever is around us that may cause us to be afraid. Once we know that we have Christ in here and his loving arms will shoulder us, he will take us safely through. So could you say that for me one more time? With Christ in the vessel, we can smile at the storm. And what is the vessel that he wants to be in? Our hearts. He wants to be right in here. Thank you all so much for being so wonderful. Let me see those smiles again. So you have to remember, you have to smile at the storm. Smile at the storm. Amen?
Amen.
Amen.